Welcome back to my channel. Before we even get into my work from home morning routine, I thought I'd share with you guys the actual first step to a perfect morning routine. And that's actually making sure you are covered overnight. What? I make sure I'm covered for bedtime by making sure that when I'm on my cycle, I'm wearing my Always Ultra nighttime pads. You see, you can't wear your daytime pads for a nighttime situation. When you're laying down, your period changes, your flow changes, and your coverage needs changes. So you definitely can't wear this bad boy to handle what this bad boy does. For the daytime, of course, your Always Ultra regular day pads are here to help. These absorb about 90% of any gush you may have, so it's okay to sneeze. Whatever errands you have throughout the day, these have got you covered. Always Ultra day pads. But for the nighttime, these are your saviors. I don't have time to worry about leaks, do you? So I make sure I have my Always Ultra nighttime pads on deck. These are 20% larger so that they're able to protect you overnight when you're laying horizontally. You need different coverage when you're asleep. The flow when you're standing up is very different from the flow when you're laying down. So make sure you're fully covered when you're asleep. Use your Always Ultra nighttime pads as your very first step to a perfect morning routine. Make sure you're covered at night so that way your morning starts off fresh.
Hi guys, and welcome to my work from home morning routine for optimal focus. The first thing I do is make sure to wake up early. This week, I don't have to worry about cadence and someone else's routine, so I decided that I was still going to maintain my early wake up just because I feel like it really helps me to not rush. I make sure that I wake up with no phone, no talking, no social media. I think this is important because I'm not then immediately thrown into having to think for someone else, think because of someone else, and just really waking up in a chaotic state. Instead, I like to really take my time to come back to myself and really just wake up slowly before I make contact with the ground again and start my day. Next, I've just recently adapted this into my routine, but I think it's really important, and it's to acknowledge yourself. I like to make sure that I feel present within myself and within the tasks that I am doing for the day, just because it's really easy when you work from home and you are quiet to just kind of lose yourself to what it is that you're doing, and you're just not aware that you are actively participating in your day. So acknowledging yourself is really important for you and to help you move along the tasks that you are handling for that day. Next, I like to make sure that I am active. Lately, I've made it a really big part of my daily routine to make sure that I'm moving for at least 20 minutes a day. And exercise is actually really helpful while you're on your period. It reduces pain. So after I switch to my Always Ultra day pad, I'm ready to go and fully covered. I couldn't find my yoga mat, so I chose my daughter's yoga mat just to really make sure that I was committed to doing some movements for the day. So this helps me realign my body, realign my thoughts, realign my thinking, and then also burn some really good calories before I start to eat or get into anything else for the day. Next, I really have been making sure that I do not skip breakfast. Eating breakfast is a huge part of how well you can stay focused while working from home. Specifically for women, I've just learned that skipping breakfast is actually really detrimental for mental capacity, mental load, as well as detrimental to any type of diet or healthy living that you are trying to live by. If you're skipping breakfast, you usually overcompensate for it by eating a heavier, more unhealthy lunch or dinner. So make sure you're eating breakfast and make sure it's something really healthy for you. After eating, I jump right into cleaning and organizing my workspace. I work from my kitchen counter at home, so I really have to make sure that not only is my kitchen clean, I go ahead and make sure that my entire living room is clean. Although research shows that a messier environment could lead to more creativity, it also shows that a clean and organized environment does lead to better focus. Personally, when my environment is not nice and tidy and organized, I find it really hard to focus on one task at hand, especially the work that I'm doing, because I'm just distracted by all the things around me. I get anxious and possibly want to get up from my work and start to clean. And before you know it, I'm completely off task and have little to no time to finish the work that I actually should be doing for the day. After I complete all that, I make sure to shower with purpose. Now, it's pretty controversial whether people who work from home have to prioritize showering. Well, I think that you absolutely should shower before you start your work. For me, I say that I shower with purpose because I don't lollygag in there. It's easy for a shower to make you go back to sleep and actually lose focus or tenacity for the day. But you get in there, do what you need to do, end with a cold shower, and get right on out. Once you're done, try not to skip a beat, get right to work. And the first thing I do is make sure I have all my materials laid out so that I have everything in plain sight. Whatever I need is already ready for me to just reach for it. That way I'm not getting up and then accidentally distracting myself with something else in the house. Once I sit down, I make sure that I hydrate. Hydration is super important, especially when you're on your period, because your brain and your body really need that water to recharge itself. The next thing is to make sure that you know your end goal. This will help you plan backwards so that you are intentionally setting smaller steps to get to your big goal and to get through your tasks for the day. I find that when I know what my end goal is, it helps me to easily prioritize which tasks that I should be handling up front, which tasks that I don't have such an emergency for, and which tasks that I can put off until later in the day or even push them off till tomorrow morning. I make sure to use the tools that I have around me to help me plan for my day. And lastly, two of my very favorite techniques to stay focused while working from home is making a to-do list and then using a Pomodoro Technique. This is a timing system that allows you to be on for a certain amount of time and then off, so that way you are less stressed while staying focused.